3 people were arrested in Mongkok overnight after clashes between police and protesters, with each side blaming the other for the chaos.
Police used pepper spray to beat back protesters in a night of anarchy that has renewed concerns about how much longer this will go on. After several nights of relative calm in Mongkok, chaos erupted once again at the Occupy protest site. According to demonstrators, this was what sparked the clashes. Protesters were angered when police held a bleeding man against the makeshift barricades at the junction of Nathan Road and Argyle Street. He had apparently interfered when officers were apprehending a man accused of taunting them with a camera flash at around 11 p.m. As he was led away, more demonstrators surged to the scene. How can you do that? This woman shouted at officers. Tensions rose in a face-off between protesters ready to protect themselves with construction helmets and police using batons and shields near Argyle and Portland streets. At around 2 a.m., the first clashes began. Some protesters fell to the ground during the chaos and were treated by first aid workers. Some claimed pepper spray was used against them. Some demonstrators formed a human chain in a bid to stop those behind them from charging the police cordon. There was another dramatic episode last night when one man who appeared to be a protester confronted police in Mongkok. But another demonstrator claimed that the man was a spy and told fellow protesters not to let him go. The man was pushed to the ground and got into a fight with another demonstrator. Other protesters then escorted him from the scene. The situation was already tense in Mongkok when a group of protesters wearing Guy Fawkes masks appeared on the scene at around 10 p.m. This man said he was fighting for universal suffrage because the people have no say in government policy. The government controls us, he complained before the group continued the protest in Admiralty. Police condemned last night's violence in Mongkok, saying frontline officers have been deliberately provoked by protesters.
They also expressed serious concern about large groups of masked protesters causing trouble. ATV's Winner Wang reports.
A number of protesters marked Guy Fawkes Night by wearing stylized masks of the 17th century British conspirator, which are used by activists fighting authorities around the world. Police said a large group of masked people were seen provoking trouble in Causeway Bay, Admiralty and Central last night.
I would like to point out that some protesters have encouraged others to hide their identity and wear masks during protests or resistance. I have to remind these people that hiding their identities could not help them to evade legal liability. Police are capable of enforcing the laws, and we will take resolute enforcement actions if anyone resorts to violence.
Police also condemned protesters for wearing masks on the MTR and scaring passengers. 2 masked men, both aged 18, were arrested on Hong Kong Island last night. One of them were reportedly giving instructions to a large group of masked protesters. Police justified arresting 3 protesters in Mongkok as well.
During the incident, a radical male protester repeatedly used the flashlight of his mobile phone to startle police officers and obstructed the police officers from performing their duties. Despite repeated warnings, the male continued his disruptive acts. When police decided to arrest this man, another male, aged 33, incited other protesters to charge at the police coordinate and obstruct police officers. After repeated warnings, this 33-year-old man was arrested for the offenses of obstructing police officer, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. During the arrest, that male had put up resistance strongly and fell to the ground, resulting in injury to his mouth. He was later sent to a hospital for medical treatment.
In another case, a 50-year-old man was arrested when two men scuffled after one of them filmed the other with his mobile phone. In the third case, police pepper sprayed and arrested a 24-year-old man during clashes that erupted when a group tried to push at police lines at around 2:30 a.m. Winna Wong, ETV News.